Oh, that make me want to cry. Look at that. Look at him. I came out the other day and it had caught a huge bug and it devoured that bug. Now look how big it is. Look at those peppers. Hey guys, welcome back to Beyond Gardening Homestead. This is Kim. I would just like to give my sincere thanks to my subscribers. I've reached my milestone, which may not seem like much, but I am actually at 100 subscribers. Woo-hoo-hoo. 100, not 100,000, 100. But that's a big deal. From here, it's just going to go up. But I'd like to thank anyone who subscribed and have watched my content. I know I'm just getting started, and my plan is to become consistent on doing videos. I have a lot of peppers that are completely ripe and they're ready to be pulled, especially my jalapenos and my serrano peppers. You know, I like to leave them until they turn red so I can make hot sauce. So I will be pulling those out, and I'm going to just walk you all around the garden to show you what's been going on. Remember my watermelon? Well, I have one that I've intended on clipping off. In fact, let me grab my clippers. Let me grab my clippers right now. I have one that was rotting on the ends, and I left it for a minute because I was thinking, okay, well, it looks like it's still growing and producing. So I left it, but as you can see, look at that. So I lost one watermelon. I'll leave that here for now. But in the meantime, look at this beauty. Look at that. And I tried to mark them. I'm trying not to step on them. I have a small one here. I have another one here because I think I planted about 4 different varieties. I know a Jubilee, a Crimson. I know this one over here is probably a Sugar Baby. But this seems like it's going to just be a tiny little melon because it seems like it's been this size for quite a while. I'm trying to give it some time to see if it's going to grow more. Then I have a small one here. Look at that. And I have one over here. Look at me growing watermelons. I am so proud. And then I have, last but not least, I think I have 2 over here. I have a small one here, and then I have another one here. So fingers crossed that they continue to grow and flourish. Also over here in the same bed, I have tomatoes. My hair needs to come off because it's split. Here I have one that's pretty big. So I'm assuming that this is some type of slicer, maybe beefsteak tomato. Also in this bed we've got more purple whole peas, my famous purple whole peas. You know, I've got them everywhere. Look at them. I came out the other day and it had caught a huge bug and it devoured that bug. Now look how big it is. Look at that. I have more in the garden. I just leave them. I don't bother them. They don't bother me. I don't bother them. Over here you can see my lima beans are starting to come in. I found one pod earlier today. These are the lima beans on this end. And let's see what, here it is. Here's my lima bean pod right here. And then I have a variety of green beans. Here we go. This is my cucumber plant. I so far have harvested a couple of cucumbers, and I have one here that is ready. Let me sit back and put my hand can't drop it. Voila! Look at that beauty. I got one yesterday that was even larger than this, and I believe I have another one on here somewhere. There it is, but it's not red. I'm gonna let it stay for another day. So let's go ahead and put this in my harvest bucket. If I turn around, here we've got my okra plants. Right here I have the green, what is it? Green velvet okra is what this one is. It's green velvet okra. As you can see, all the little pods up here. Let's see. All my beautiful pods. I have some that's almost ready. I'll give it tomorrow. This will be ready. It'll be just a little larger. And once again, I know to pick them when they're small and don't wait for them to get too large and woody. I have, how many okra plants? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here, and then I have these 3 small ones. I don't know why they're so small, but I do have a pod here that's ready to go. Get this one off. Rachel, you will be proud of me. I'm not letting them get too big. So Rachel was someone that's taught me how to pick and when to pick my okra. On this side of the greenhouse, I have more pepper plants. Today, I am picking everything red. And like these, some reason, once they turn red, once they sit on the vine too long, they will start to dry up, which I'm okay with that because I typically let them dry up when I take them in the house. And then when I'm ready to make hot sauce, they'll just be rehydrated. So we're picking oops, look at that. See, that's why I like to use my nippers, because I always end up pulling the whole plant, and I'm not trying to do that. I'm not that skilled at harvesting. There we go. So anything that's red, I missed one over here, I am pulling. See, these are the shizitsu, however you pronounce these peppers. And as you can see, I let mine stay on the vine till they're red. This is my first year growing these. Like I said, I've heard so much about them. I can't wait to try them. So we're taking all these red ones off. Bell peppers back here are coming off. Anything red. This is an all red day. I've been waiting. So I leave my bell peppers on until they turn nice and red. This one is not red all the way, but it's ready to come off. I could do this with both hands, but I'm just being lazy because something is buried in there, but I don't know. Still a good pepper. If I leave it on the counter, it'll continue to ripen. This is my morning glory. In the mornings, this is filled with pink flowers. It's beautiful. Blackberries. I have been trying to get these to grow forever. They've been in my greenhouse. I took them out of the greenhouse and I set them out here in the sun, full sun, thinking that, and I thought the sun was going to really damage the plant, but they started flourishing. Apparently, they love that sun and that heat because they just really started taking off. This is some spearmint. I have it in a pot because I'm told the spearmint, and I'm told that, I think, what is it, peppermint takes over, is invasive. So I don't know about spearmint, so I'll just put it in the pot. Over here, I just up-potted these today. This is cantaloupe. This, for anybody that loves eggplant. Once these plants take off, they will not stop growing. I have given away so much eggplant. Look at that. We're going to take this one. There we go. And I have some more small ones in here, which I think I'm going to just let them continue to grow for a minute. And I will harvest these. And once I harvest these last couple of eggplants that are actually have formed, I am going to pull this eggplant bush out. Over here we've got some jalapenos. I just transplanted this plant over to this garden bed. It was in a pot and the leaves were pretty light color, so I figured if I put them in the ground, well, in this bed, that the leaves would start to turn darker. Up here they have a little, but it's not affecting the plant. Look at the nice jalapenos on there. Look at that. Focusing. And I believe, oh yeah, I also have jalapenos down here. If you can see that, yeah, you can see. See where else? See this eggplant? It just has taken over. I got to get rid of it. I have more jalapenos back there, and then I have a pepper plant back here. This here is a plant that's actually, I forgot what it's called, but it's kind of a in the red pepper, bell pepper family, but it's actually a plant to make paprika. So I can actually make paprika with bell peppers if I just let them turn red and then dehydrate them. Here we go. We've got more okra. We've got more okra up in here. Okra up in here that's ready. Let's see, where is it? It's right here. We're gonna snip this off. Got it. See if there's any more. This plant has, oh yeah, there's another one up in here. This plant has had a lot of ants on them. But know how to just snap this okra off. I can't do it. I've tried. So I clip mine. Let's see. Oh my God, look, oh my word, oh my word, oh my word, oh my word. See, one thing about okra, it was camouflaged itself up in here, and look at this massive one up here that I didn't see. Of course, I'm pretty sure it's like a piece of wood. Yeah, that's hard. But you know what? I will keep it because I will use the seeds. We're in the next bed. I'm gonna just start at it. Show you how big and beautiful these are. Look at that. And these are the giant jalapenos. And you see that mark there? When you have that mark on your bell peppers, that means that pepper is going to be really hot. Look at that puppy. Look at that. Beautiful. That's going to make some nice hot sauce. Now over here with the cayenne peppers. I'm going to pull these out. I'm pulling out everything red. These come off a lot easier I'm more excited about having the red jalapenos because that's something that you don't really find in the store. I can find green jalapenos anytime in the store, but not red. So I try to let mine turn red. So we're now here at my, we have more cayenne peppers. Right now we are at we've got the golden cayenne peppers. What's my thing? Yeah, we've got golden cayenne peppers, and I also have some more red peppers back here. Man, these bees or whatever they are just zooming past my head, trying to take me out. See, there's some golden. There's some red up in here. Try to just snap these off. I'm gonna go up in here and get some of these other ones. Okay. I have a lot of peppers up in here, and this right here, oh my gosh, I think this is a cayenne. I am not sure, but I don't know if you can see that in the camera. Gosh. I have got peppers for days. I'll dehydrate some and make a pepper sauce. I will ferment some. I'll do a fermented hot sauce. And you know, when you ferment your hot sauce, it makes it hotter, and it's also better for you. So you can see these. Let me show you this one. Beautiful. Red and yellow cayennes. And as I stated in one of my previous videos, these yellow cayenne peppers are hotter than the red, and they make a great pineapple hot sauce. Beans. And those famous purple hull peas. Remember these peas? 2 weeks later, I seeded this bed 2 weeks ago. No, it's been less than 2 weeks. Oh, yeah, it's been 2 weeks. Been exactly 2 weeks. Yesterday made 2 weeks. And look at that. Yeah. And what I did was down in here, I had some space in here, which either I missed them or missed putting something in here, or they didn't germinate. So I took some of the peas that were from my harvest earlier this month, and I seeded them, and you can see they're growing already. And that was just a couple of days ago. So it doesn't take long. One of these days when I fix some purple hull peas, I'm going to show you all what they look like. Can't show you what they taste like, but here we've got some pickling cucumbers. So you know I love the pickled cucumber. This is the squash right here. Yeah, this is the summer squash. And then I've got zucchini in the back. I just planted this, I believe it was yesterday evening. Down here, we've got more tomatoes. And if I'm not mistaken, these are the Paul Robesons. I just potted these earlier today. And I put 2 plants in them. We'll see what happens. They're in 7-gallon buckets. Here in 5-gallon buckets, I have got cabbage, and it's all year round cabbage. Strawberries. I don't think I'm going to get any strawberries this year, but maybe by next year the plant will be healthier, and I probably need to put I don't know. Y'all let me know. Do I need to put a shade cloth over my strawberries? I'm going to go in and kind of look that up. Oh, I said I wasn't going to get a strawberry. I got a strawberry. Oh my gosh. Where is it? Look at that. Oh, that make me want to cry. Oh, I am really doing it now. I got 100 subscribers and I've got a strawberry. Oh, come on and zoom in for me. I am so excited. That makes me want to continue. I was so discouraged. I'm going to come in and take out all these dead leaves, but I was so discouraged. I didn't think I was going to get that. That may be the only one I'll get this year, but that's okay. That's hope. That gives me hope. Gives me hope. Okay. All righty. I'm doing it. So, this is my official strawberry bed. I am going to get a cover, a shade cloth to put over this because it gets really hot here. And when you got 100 degrees, it's beaming down with no shade whatsoever. I can imagine what these strawberries are feeling like. So we're going to get a shade cloth. But I'm just excited that I have a strawberry on here. Over here, where I've got this shade cloth, we're going to pull this back to reveal some of the most beautiful peppers. Look at that. Look at those peppers. Look at those peppers. Of course, everything red is coming off. So here we go. I'm gonna prop my little basket up here and I'm gonna get to snipping. This will continue to turn red on my kitchen counter. Look at that. But look how huge that is. And see, this is why I had the shade cloth up there. Right here, sun. That's okay. Look how massive that pepper is. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I am so excited about growing my own bell peppers. Now when I go into the grocery store and I see the bell peppers, I look at them in a totally different light. I don't look at them the same way. I'm always comparing mine to what's in the store. Look at that. Bell peppers, I definitely let stay on until they turn red, because I can get green bell peppers cheap anywhere. Red bell peppers, as we all know, cost an arm and a leg, unless you go to, if you've got a Winco grocery store, which is a local grocery store here, they will typically have sales a lot of times. Here we've got some more. Got a few cherry tomatoes. Let's see one back there. I see another bell pepper in the back, but in the meantime, right here, when I'm over here, y'all look at this. You know how I said I like for my fruit to stay on the vine, at least my peppers, until turn red. Look at this serrano peppers. Look at that. Just beautiful. And I aim to get them all. I hoping I can just pull them. Tons, tons, tons. And they're beautiful, healthy. It's easier for me to use my clippers. That way I'm not destroying my plant. So, and they're not finished. If I clip these, they're going to start another round. This was the same way last year, except last year my peppers weren't as healthy. Yeah, they weren't nearly as healthy last year. Well, I need to go to the other side, but in the meantime, let me grab these tomatoes for the little critters. Eat them up. It is just truly amazing to me how much food I am able to grow in my backyard. And I will say to anyone that has space and desire to grow, and if you've never grown anything before and you have the desire to do so, my suggestion to you is just do it. You can go to Dollar Tree, and we got banana peppers. You can go to the Dollar Tree and get you some seeds. 4 packs for $1.25. Right now, while it's hot out, is the best time to do it, because of the heat, your seedlings will germinate really fast. From there, you just watch it grow. Look at that. Coming for you. Take it in the house and wash it out. Look at that basket full of just red deliciousness. Mother Nature does most of the work for you. We can plant a seed. We can buy all the fertilizers in the world. And our plant still may not grow. We can plant a seed and fertilize it and it won't grow, or a seed can find its way into the soil and not fertilize or anything and grow like nobody's business. Man, I got enough serrano peppers. I'll probably freeze some. Look at those. I look like a totally different person when this video is over because of the sweat. Okay. Any more? Let's see, like this. It's laying in the ground. If I leave it here, I guarantee you I will get a volunteer serrano pepper plant. Let's move on over, because I think I saw yeah, I did. Some bell pepper up in here. Is she ready? She ready, y'all. She ready. Look at that. Let's see if I can get her. Yeah, sun was starting to get to her. I think that I've got all things red. Grab this view. Okay, I think I have my basket full of everything red, with the exception of my beautiful eggplant. I'm gonna take you guys. Now, don't judge me. It's a mess all over again. Remember a couple of videos ago? I did a cleanup video and I had my greenhouse all cleaned. Well, here we go again. Except this time what I did was I brought in a lot of my plants that were outside. So, as you can see, I have more bell pepper plants. This is either my blood orange or lemon. I don't know. I germinated it from a seed. I have a orange bell pepper on here that I can take. Let's see if I can get that off of there. Yep. Got my orange bell pepper. Add a little pop of color. And here are all of my plants that I brought in from outside. I decided to let them enjoy the heat of the greenhouse, because of course it gets pretty warm in here. I have another orange bell pepper. It's a small one, but it's ready. I have bell pepper plants in here. I have cayenne, just a variety of plants in the greenhouse. Of course, sweet banana peppers. I'll come back and get those. I have another really small red bell pepper. It's tiny. And I think this is right here some, what is it? Red basil. Yeah, that's some red basil. Over here, I've got a couple of plants. I'm not sure what they are. And look who's hanging out with me in here. In case you can't see him. There he is. He's hanging out in the greenhouse, minding his business. Got some thyme. This, I'm not sure what it is. I think it's comfrey, because I tried growing comfrey and didn't have any luck with it, and then this thing popped up, and I'm not sure, but we'll see. Not basil, but oh shoot, I can't think of the name right now, but you know what it is, a herb. So, and I just recently purchased this cart that will hold all of my, I'm going to use it to hold my tools and my seeds, some of my seeds if I have them outside, and fertilizers. And as you can see in my greenhouse, I do have lights, and when it's nice and clean in here and I put on my music, it's actually a pretty neat place to hang out, especially on a rainy day. This is my reservoir for my hydroponic system. One of these days I will go over how this works and how I built this. Everything you see here, greenhouse, hydroponic system, plants, everything I built on my own. No help whatsoever. None. Even, let me show you. There's no ants under here. Even my lovely little sidewalk leading up into the greenhouse, I even laid this from scratch. But my proudest is my door. Squeaking right now because it's been open. I probably need to oil it. My proudest is my door and my window with the retractable window. My window panes. I'm still in awe of how I did this all by myself with absolutely no help. And when I say no help, zero help from anyone. And the hardest part was getting that plastic over and onto the greenhouse. But I did it. So I say that not as to be bragging, but to say that if it's something that you want and you really want it, just do it. Just go step by step. Just do it. I look at my greenhouse a lot of times and I am in awe because I think, how did I do this? How did I do this? Literally, how did I do this? I've seen people struggle, 2 and 3 people, trying to build a hoop house, trying to get those cattle panels on. 2 and 3 people at a time trying to get it done and struggle with it. And I figured out how to do it all alone. Now, trust me, putting those cattle panels on was not easy. I had some scratched up thighs, but I did it. So anyway, I am going to end this video and I'm going to call this All Things Red. And reason being is because we picked family. All Things Red. We did this. I know I'm losing light, but I want to thank you all for joining me on another adventure at Beyond Gardening Homestead. Please don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can be notified the next time I upload a video. Thank you guys for joining me. You have a great evening. Peace and blessings.